Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? Well, I'm here today as a part of a collaboration for Mother's Day. A collaboration created by a YouTube creator, and the name of her channel is Mama T Speaks. The name of the collab is Mama T Speaks Mother's Love, a hashtag in front of it. And it's open to anybody who wants to come on and talk about their mother. Whatever it is that you want to say about your mother, you're welcome to do so. Just upload it, put the hashtag in, and it would be with the rest of us. So today I'm going to talk about my dear mother. So the first thing I want to say is that my mother, she lived to be 83 years old. And she was a very, very good mother to us all the way to the end. The last 3 weeks of her life, she was in and out of the hospital. But prior to that, she was driving to church, driving to the store. She and her friend from childhood, they went to the same church and they take turns. One drove one Sunday, the other drove the other Sunday. So she was really very independent, took care of herself, dressed herself, cooked everything. But the last 3 weeks she was having some issues, and as soon as they would let her out of the hospital, she would have to go back in. So that lasted for 3 weeks, and even when she died, the hour prior to that, when she passed in the hospital, she was talking to the aide like it was nothing. The aide told us, like, she was okay, asked her to get her some water, and the aide came back like 45 minutes later, and she was gone. So I feel like she went peacefully. Anyway, I just wanted to say that about my mom. So, like I said, my mother was a very, very good mother, and it was seven of us. So we had seven of us children, five girls and two boys, my mom and dad, and we had a pretty good life. We had the things that we needed. Who has everything they want? But we had a pretty good life. And sometimes I feel like I'm bragging because, and that's not what I want to do. I know there's plenty of people who had way more than what we had, and plenty of people who did not. So I'm just talking about my particular situation with my family. So, like I said, I had my mom and dad, and they were married. They stayed together until death did them part, and was in love until death did them part. Um, so, I just want to say that we had everything in terms of all of the holidays were beautiful. My children still talk about it. Things are just not the same when you lose your mother. But I am going to try to keep up that tradition of holidays. But every Mother's Day is coming up this Sunday. We would go out to eat, take our mom out to eat, and that's what she wanted to do. And every Easter, we had everything new when we were little children, down to the underwear, the slip, the stockings. We even had gloves and a pocketbook and sometimes a hat and everything. My mom made sure everything was new, everything was beautiful, and we had so much Easter candy, so much Easter candy. The big Easter bunnies, the milk chocolate ones and the white chocolate ones. We had so much that we gave half of it to friends of ours that were our neighbors that lived across the street. Because actually, somebody, a rich couple, gave that to us every year. So we shared it. So in Christmas time, we had the Christmas tree, all of the Christmas decorations. We had the black Santa Claus on the porch, lights, and we always had new boots, new clothes. We got clothes mostly and toys. And even when I had my children, and the rest of us had our children, my parents brought so much stuff for them. So I do believe in giving honor where honor's due, and it is my pleasure to come to you today to talk to you about my mother. So I want to say the first thing that I want to say is that I remember when we children were very little, my mom took us to the bedroom and had us kneel on the side of our beds, and she taught us the prayer, the little children's prayer. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray to the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. God bless mommy. God bless daddy. God bless everybody. Amen. That's what she taught us when we were very, very little. Then as we got a little older, she taught us the Lord's Prayer. Our Father which art in heaven, that prayer. She taught us that. And I also wanted to say that many times in the morning, my mother would be praying in her bedroom next to her bed. What seems to me, because I was very young, what seems to me like a very long time. And I don't know what she was praying about, but I will tell you this, that I feel like her prayers has something to do with where I'm at today. So I know it also lines up with my obedience because I'm grown now and I make my own choices. But her prayers has a lot to do with where I am today, spiritually and otherwise. And I'm so thankful for that. So also I want to say my mom was a fabulous cook. People still talk about her cooking to this day. Ooh, we never had a box cake. My mom cooked every single day. For us kids and for my dad. My dad was spoiled. My dad was spoiled to the max. He was spoiled. He was funny. And I will talk about him Father's Day. But my dad was very spoiled. So my mom, she cooked. She made a hot breakfast every morning. And a hot dinner. And she packed my dad's lunch to go to work. And I just want to say that when my mom got older, she would go out every Friday to eat. So that was her thing. She went out with her cousin. She had a best cousin that they had the same name. They was the same age. So they went out every Friday when they got older. And my dad passed 3 years before my mom. And after he passed, well, we always stayed around our mom because we know that she didn't really want to be by herself because she was used to, having him there. But so that was it. And we girls, anytime she thought we were going in the wrong direction, she would say, "Come here, I want to talk to you." And she would talk to us. You might hear some noise from my daughter upstairs. She works from home, and we have the little kids. But my older granddaughter is up there too while I do this because I hardly have time to do my videos. But anyway, so yeah, my mother, I would regard her as a Proverbs 31 woman. And I'm just going to read just a little bit of it. Proverbs 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? I'll say that again. Who can find a virtuous woman? Well, I could tell you this. It says, for her price is far above rubies. And then 11, and I'm gonna leave it. I'll do 11 and 12. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. And I can honestly say that was her. And I can honestly say my dad, his heart trusted in my mom. So I just thank God to have a good mother. And I know everybody's mother, is special to them. I get it. I hope I'm special to my children. But I know that everybody's mom is special to them. But my mom was really special. And the house was always clean, spick and span, even with all of us children. The house was always in good repair. I never experienced a leaky roof or anything like that. She always got things done. Yeah, my mom was on top of things. She was I want to say she was the head of the house. She had a lot of wisdom. She was also no nonsense. But at the same time, she was like a jokester and very playful. But she was also no nonsense when it was time for that. So my mom was awesome. She stayed on her job, the same job all the years that I remember. And she retired from that job. And she was just a really good woman, not just to us, but also to our grandchildren. To our children, not my grandchildren, but to our children. She was very good to them. And even my daughter, it seemed like maybe the firstborn almost of our children, she was especially close to. And they would stay there, stay nights for her, and my mom was not a babysitter, but she would babysit if we needed her to. So I just want to say that I thank God for my mom, and that she came from very, very good parents. When we were very, very small, we used to stay summers at her parents. My mom was an only child, and we would stay summers at her mom and dad's. And her mom can cook too. Ooh. And it seemed back then to us that they were rich because, we had the swing sets in the yard. My grandpa, he had a lot of land. He grew food. And they took us to church. And my mom, they were Methodist. So my mom, she was a Methodist, AME, if you know what that is. African Methodist Episcopal. Yeah, so they were Methodist AME, and that's what she grew up as, and that's what she followed all of her life. And she went to church, and she served in the church. She served the homeless, and fed them. They fed them on Sundays. She would get up 5 o'clock in the morning and go down there and make that food. And people raved about her food, even her biscuits. And so what else can I think about my mom? She was awesome. She was a praying lady. And she loved her children. She loved her family. She was into family. I could say that. And she came from very good parents. My grandfather, and this, I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want to brag, but I'm not gonna get into that. But they were good. Here comes my grandson. Jeepers. Hey, babe, what's wrong with that? Oh no, someone's picking on my baby. Oh. Okay. I'm going to close now. Say hello. You see yourself there? Say hello. Where's your shirt? Who's picking on you? Oh, baby. Krista did it. I'm going to get it.
There's my phone.
Oh, I'll get it for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my baby. Here. You want to use this one? I'm sorry. I'm going to close. Oh, wait a minute.